This is St. Louis Cardinals baseball from Wrigley Field in Chicago. And tonight it's game number 2 between the Chicago Cubs and the St. Louis Cardinals. Young right-hander Shelby Miller has been on fire down the stretch. A record of 2-0 this month. .69 ERA, second best in the National League. And along with my partner tonight, Tim McCarver, my name is Dan McLaughlin, and welcome to Cardinals baseball. Tim, we saw Adam Wainwright win number 20 last night. Tonight, arguably their hottest pitcher goes, Shelby Miller. Rotation taking shape as we go down the stretch.
Well, baseball's a tough game to play, but sometimes it's an easy game to explain. Why has Shelby Miller been so effective this month? He hasn't walked anybody in 3 straight games and hasn't given up a home run to anybody in 4 straight games. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. Kyle Hendricks has also been pretty good for the Chicago Cubs. Always fun, the friendly confines of Wrigley Field, the windy city of Chicago. Baseball is next. Midwest is brought to you by Bud Light Lime, the perfect beer for whatever happens. Come in and visit Mid-American Chevy dealers and make your move to Chevrolet today. And by Menards. Save big money at Menards on all your home improvement needs. What a gorgeous evening here in the windy city of Chicago. Along with Tim McCarver and Jim Hayes, I'm Dan McLaughlin. And the Cardinals own a 2.5 game lead with 5 games to go. So still, it is not wrapped up just yet. Mike Matheny and his club, they know they'll be in postseason play, but will it be a play-in game? Will they be a division champ? Will they be hosting? Potential home field advantage still on the line. Matt Carpenter, John Jay, and Matt Holliday here in the first, followed by Adams, Peralta, and Molina. Randall Grichuk swinging a hot bat this month, and Colton Wong, his first start in this series, and Shelby Miller, who's hitting .191 but leads the club in sacrifices. Kyle Hendricks, a right-hander that's had a breakthrough season.
24 years old. He's from San Juan Capistrano in California. That's where the Swallows land, and he has swallowed up National League hitters. so far this year, 7-2, an excellent earned run average. Through his first 12 games, the best earned run average for a Cubs starter in 100 years.
That's hard to imagine.
It is.
Best since 1914. That is hard to imagine.
First year of Wrigley Field.
Wow. That's how good he's been this year. Matt Carpenter will lead it off for St. Louis. And the first pitch is a strike. You'll notice he's not a power pitcher, doesn't throw overly hard, but
rarely over 93.
Can really spot the ball and moves it.
Excellent against right-handed hitters, too.
There's some of that movement you just saw there in that pitch to Carpenter, who leads all leadoff men in on-base percentage at .372. He drew his 92nd walk of the year last night.
Jim DeShays is the analyst on the Cubs broadcast, and thinking about, he went to Harvard, not Jim DeShays, I beg your pardon, went to Dartmouth in Hanover, New Hampshire. And a great pitcher, a smart pitcher, won 355 games in his career, started here in Chicago. Greg Maddux went in the Hall of Fame this year. I said, is it a reach, since Maddox's nickname is the Professor, is it a reach to somehow equate Kyle Hendricks to Greg? And Jim said, no, it's not. And if you can even be mentioned in the same chapter, forget the same sentence.
Carpenter reaching for it out to right center, and that drops in for a leadoff hit.
But the same chapter as Maddux, and you know you're off to a pretty good start.
To follow up on that in just a moment. Matt Caesar is your left fielder. Alcantara is in center. Soler is in right. Valbuena, Baez, Valleca, Rizzo along the infield. Castillo is behind the plate. And the Cubs defense and around the horn is brought to you by Dobbs. They compared him to Greg Maddux, and people are afraid to do that.
Yeah, rightly so, too.
I could tell you were walking on eggshells even bringing that in.
Out of respect for Greg Maddux.
But if you watch his stuff and see the movement, that's where the comparisons really take shape. He's got great movement on his pitches.
Which means he's got great finger pressure, and that's what Greg Maddux had. He got hitters out with finger pressure.
A pitch inside to John Jay, who was hit for the 20th time this year over the weekend. 2 for 4, 3 ribbies last night. On the year, hitting .306. Tremendous season for John. We were talking before the game. John Jay, in many ways, was the forgotten man in spring training. And after all, we are talking about a career .293 major league hitter. The attention was to Peter Borges. It was to the big deal. And folks forgot just how good of a player John Jay could be. And if you want playoffs experience, you get that too with John Jay. Consider this. He's played more games than Willie McGee, Ozzie Smith, Tommy Herr in postseason. And that's saying something.
Saying a lot.
Ozzie played in 42 postseason games. Recent Cardinals Hall of Famer Willie McGee, 45. Tommy Herr, the outstanding second baseman of the 80s, his Cardinals teams, 37. And John Jay has played in 48 postseason games. Up and in.
See, that's what Hendricks will do, or Hendricks, I beg your pardon, will do that a lot of young pitchers don't do. He'll come inside. Come inside, not to hit guys, but get them off the plate. More young pitchers should be doing that in this day and age, but the game has changed in that regard. You hear it often.
It's sharply to Rizzo. Out at second, back to first, and they turn the double play. Jay was tripped up. He's all right, and it's a double play turned by Chicago.
That was an excellent play by Hendricks getting over there. That ball hit so hard. Fine play by Rizzo. I mean, the Cardinals very easily could have had first and third, nobody out. Instead, it's nobody on, 2 out. Good play by Rizzo, good throw. And the shortstop, Baez, who's got a gun, had to wait for Hendricks to get to the bag. And fortunately, John Jay is all right. Trying to touch the bag, that happens often when you're hurrying. Your foot lands on the middle of the bag if you're receiving the ball. And the runner occasionally will trip over it. That's what happened to John, but he appears to be all right.
Matt Holliday riding a 5-game hitting streak and hitting .358 over his last 14. 2 outs and nobody on. Tim, I've talked to a lot of scouts to further your point about pitching inside, in particular with college pitchers, is that they're dealing with aluminum bats.
Right.
And so your sweet spot as compared to a wooden bat is completely different.
They don't break.
Exactly. So you pitch inside and you don't get rewarded many times.
No, you don't jam hitters using aluminum bats.
The scouts out in full force right now. Oh, 0-2 the count on Holliday.
There it is again, inside, right on the hands. You'll see that if he lasts 6 or 7 innings, and no reason that he shouldn't, because he has in most of his starts, he will come inside to right-handed batters and to left-handed. Intrepid style.
With a breaking ball, and he did not go. And a count of 1 ball and 2 strikes. Bachelor's degree in economics from Dartmouth. And surprisingly, there's about 20 players.
It's amazing
that have gone to Dartmouth and played Major League Baseball. Ed Lucas, Miami, one of the current players, along with this pitcher here for Chicago. The strikeout of Holliday. First of the night for Kyle Hendricks. Instead of first and third and nobody out, it turns into a double play started by Anthony Rizzo. Jay tripped up at first. He says he's all right. Hendricks as well. No score. In his first season as the manager of the Chicago Cubs. Young players in this lineup, and along with it, a lot of strikeouts. Alcantara, Baez, and Rizzo, followed by Soler. Really good young-looking outfielder. Luis Valbuena is hitting .421 in his last 5 games. Has had good numbers against St. Louis this year. Then Castillo, Valleca, Caesar, and Hendricks. That 9 against our Kia starter, Shelby Miller.
Only Francisco Liriano of the Pittsburgh Pirates, who won last night 1-0 in Atlanta, has a better September earned run average than Shelby Miller. The 3rd best in Cardinal history as a September earned run average. It's mind-blowing.
to think where he was earlier this year.
I mean, here's a young man who was sent to the bullpen instead of starting before the All-Star game.
And you talked about the numbers that really stand out. No walks in his last 3 starts. You mentioned that during the Open. The lack of home runs allowed. And those 2 categories have been issues for Shelby Miller.
20 home runs allowed on the season. 71 walks and only 119 strikeouts. That's a bad ratio. But he has not been the same pitcher in September. Much better.
A good fastball. He averages around 94, 95 miles an hour on his fastball, as you can look at the switch hitter. 0 for 3 last night, playing center field tonight. Alcantara. But it's that breaking ball right there that's turned into a very good pitch for Shelby Miller.
Well, that was a very good pitch right there on a 1-2 count and almost a strike. Called the ball by James Hoy, home plate umpire.
Here's a 2-2.
See, that's the pitch he's been staying away from. The unbelievably high fastball. The one eye high. Now, high fastball, he's got a good enough high fastball around the letters to get you out, but not around the eyes.
And it swung on and missed, and a strikeout for Shelby Miller. Historic month here for our BJC Healthcare difference maker, and that is Shelby Miller. Lowest ERA in September, all time in Cardinals history. He's at .69. And the last to have an ERA even close to this, 1944. You would have said at the beginning of the season someone is going to have these types of numbers, you would say Wainwright, Waka, Lynn, maybe, but not Miller.
To his credit, but those two, that tight fastball right there, the 2 riding fastballs, he stayed away from that, and that's why he's had it. That's one of the reasons he's had as good a September as he's had.
Here's a 2-0 pitch to Baez.
Correcting right there.
Alarming numbers when you think about Javier Baez in his first stint in the big leagues. 85 strikeouts in 191 at-bats. This is a team that struck out 8 times against Adam Wainwright last night. You look back at the percentage of baseballs thrown in the strike zone, only 42% by Wainwright last night. It was a good fastball, so it gives you an idea. This is a free-swinging Chicago Cubs team.
Yeah, well, Adam Wainwright can just carve up young hitters and play on their anxiety of trying to swing at that curveball in the dirt. Fastballs on the corner.
3-2 pitch, and he got him. Back-to-back strikeouts, and Miller comes back to get Javier Baez.
Bob Gibson used to call pitches like that, "Get out of my face fastball." Get out of my face. I can hear him saying it now.
A little extra oomph on it.
Yeah, watching our game in Omaha tonight, as he usually does, and then retiring in the 3rd inning.
I thought it was the 2nd.
Well, it depends on how long the first is, right.
Here's Rizzo, and he hits a rope out to center field, and a 2-out base hit for Rizzo. Cardinals defense, let's go around the horn. Brought to you by Dobbs. Holiday, Jane, Grichuk in the outfield. Carpenter and Peralta at 3rd and short. Wong is at 2nd. Cosma will sit tonight, come off the bench. Adams is at first base. Yadier Molina is behind the plate. Last night was your first time, I believe, seeing Soler in person.
It was.
You came away impressed. Hard not to be.
I mean, to me, he might be the best first-year player in the game today.
Might be.
I mean, try not to be prone to overstatement. We are in some cases. But I don't think that's an overstatement. I mean, This young man is going to be a star in the major leagues.
And you make that statement not just looking at numbers, but you saw his arm, you've seen him run, you watch him how he takes a pitch.
Charged the ball in right field, even though, as Jose Oquendo said when the bus arrived today, plays too deep, and I'm going to take advantage of that.
I said that last night.
You did?
may remember.
Yeah.
Base hit that allowed the Cardinals to score 2.
On!
2-1 the count. Soler from Cuba, Cuban defector, and we're seeing more and more the impact of the Cuban players in Major League Baseball. Red Sox signed the most recent and brought him up within the last week. Yasiel Puig, fun player to watch with the Dodgers.
Also, Yoenis Cespedes has made his mark in Boston. We were so impressed those 3 games the Boston Red Sox played in St. Louis with how good an all-around player Cespedes is.
The A's pick up John Lester, obviously great pitcher, and he's been good for them, but they miss Cespedes and what he brought offensively to that club.
They do.
2-2 the count with 2 outs and a runner at first, and the next by Miller to Soler. And he strikes out the side here in the first.
Get out of my face.
Gibson just jumped off the couch. Is with us as well as Matt Adams will lead things off, and I want to start with the sick guys on this team and the flu bug that was going through the clubhouse. Matt Adams is one of those guys that was forced to sit out over the weekend. We saw him last night. Where is the team right now in terms of sick players and even coaches, Jim?
Slowly getting better. Marco Gonzalez was left back in St. Louis. He flew to Chicago this morning after what he described as a rough couple of days. So bad that he said he didn't even want to talk about it. He was able to hold down fluids last night and cleared to join the team. David Bell also back with the team. He spent last night in bed in his hotel room watching the game on TV. He said it was the weirdest feeling he's ever had in baseball, lying there watching the game, Dan. He said he felt like he was doing something wrong, like he was playing hooky or something.
And good that David Bell, by the way, will be managing this offseason, and the Dominican will be managing in winter ball. One of the guys that we need to talk about, historic outing last night for Adam Wainwright. The 1-2 pitch here to Adams misses up. He is now the third active pitcher with 2 or more 20-win campaigns. Clayton Kershaw has done it twice. Bartolo Colon has done it twice, and now Wainwright 2010 and 2014. And Jim, he was your guest on the pregame show.
Yeah, just the impact that Wainwright has on the entire team. Lance Lynn told me he gives Wainwright a hard time about absolutely everything off the field because he knows there's no way you can compete with what Wainwright does on the mound. Lance says any success that other starters have, it's at least in part because they're chasing Wainwright. And Mike Matheny said last night was a celebration not only for winning a big game, but for Adam getting his 20th. Matheny says for the entire team to be so invested in Waino getting 20 says a lot about Adam's leadership, but also about him as a person. For his part, Waino told me getting that milestone means that he's got a great team behind him. And Dan, it's a team that he says is more like a family to him.
Speaking of giving a guy a hard time, Dan was talking last night about how he misses the arguments in baseball, and we had to appease him, right, Jim? We take him back to the hotel. He puts his umpire's uniform on.
Oh, yeah.
And I played Mike Matheny. You played Chris Maloney, and we had an argument in the lobby for 15 minutes.
Yeah, and I was upset because Dan kicked me out of the hotel, and all I did was mouth one or the other, and I was gone.
I got to tell you guys, it felt good. It really did. And I thank you, Tim, for making sure that took place.
You're welcome.
Man, did that feel good. So happy. That's tapped foul, 0-2. How about Adam Wainwright looking at his teammate, Shelby Miller? And we should point out, Adam is really good at picking up, sometimes the good and the bad with his teammates in terms of the technical process of a pitcher and deliveries and those types of things. What has he seen from that man there, Shelby Miller, Jim?
Well, he said, Shelby's embracing of the curveball and getting more comfortable with it is a big part. But he says the key to him is that Shelby's two-seamer is better and he's more comfortable with that pitch. He says even if he throws it 15 times a game, keeps guys honest on his fastball.
Jim, you're out of here.
Again.
You're gone. Tim, you better stay. I need you. 20-something. The last 5 20-game winners for the Cardinals. Wainwright. Carpenter did it in 2005. That year he was the Cy Young Award winner. Matt Morris was so good early on in his career. 22-8 2001, which was a season the Cardinals advanced to postseason, as well as 2000 with the late Darryl Kyle. And now Adam Wainwright does it again. He's 20-9. Here's Molina at a high fly ball near the line and right. Soler is over and a foul ball.
It's tough to hit a foul ball down either line in this ballpark. Not a lot of foul territory, maybe a couple of inches.
Maybe.
Once it reaches that cutout in right field. Check this out.
Barely.
Yeah.
It's also tough to catch a touchdown pass in the corner of the north end zone here at Wrigley Field.
You got to tell that story. That's great.
In the back right corner of the north end zone, which is down the left field line, you have a total of 18 inches. 18 inches. So you better be running and not catching a touchdown pass and getting in the back of the end zone, because that brick wall is going to win that confrontation. Ouch.
Of course, you're talking about when the Bears used to play here, and you looked it up last night. I didn't realize they played here till 71.
71, they moved into Soldier Field. So early 70s, they still were playing football here at Wrigley. That's hard to believe. Into third, Balbuena retires Yadier Molina. A strikeout in the inning, pair of groundouts, no score midway through 2.
Miller in the first inning, proving that striking out batters is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Pretty good fastball. Huh?
That's a pretty good fastball.
What was interesting, Tim, is that in the minor leagues, the Cardinals staff actually had to start calling his pitches to get him away from throwing the fastball.
Too many fastballs.
All
right.
the time.
Because when he did that in high school and you know, the early years, 19, 20 years old, you can get away with it. You can get away with it in the minor leagues. But up here, you guys sit on that one pitch, they can catch up to it.
You throw it 200 miles an hour. They know it's coming.
That's right.
These guys hit a fastball. Here's a 1-0 pitch to Valbuena, who's had good numbers against the Cardinals this year. Overall, 16 home runs. He's had 4 of those against St. Louis. We just saw a pretty good breaking ball there by Miller.
In a fastball count.
That's a real good point. I mean, he's not nearly as predictable as he was even, let's say, 7-8 weeks ago.
Remember Rick Wise, who was traded for Steve Carlton, of course. Pitched a no-hitter in 1971. Refused to throw a breaking ball behind in the count. And the guy who got him to do it was our pitching coach with the Philadelphia Phillies at the time, Ray Ripplemeyer, who is a nearby Illinois pig farmer, has been for years and years and years, and still going strong. And then Rick that's all he wanted to do was throw breaking balls behind in the count. We said, wait a minute. Wait just a minute. You can't fall in love with that thing, but throw it enough to be effective and make your fastball better. That's a breaking ball on 3-2 count. He's not going to be successful on that too often.
So leadoff walk to Valbuena. Let's turn to Tim's Toyota keys to the game.
Shelby trying to follow the leaders, and the leader last night was Adam Wainwright, winning his 20th of the season.
By the way, a big injury note that we just get word of. Angel Pagan of the Giants to miss the entire rest of the run of this regular season and the playoffs.
Oh, boy.
With back surgery. He's done. That pitch is pulled foul. Bruce Bochy has said that when they weren't playing good baseball, they weren't playing well, he was the reason why. When he was out, he was the catalyst. And when they got going again, it was coinciding with his return to the lineup. That's a big, big loss.
Huge for the Giants.
Another off-speed pitch. 1 ball and 1 strike. Don't look now, though, but the Cardinals are 1 game back of Los Angeles. And if it started right now, started today in the playoffs, the Cardinals would be playing the Dodgers in that 5-game series. How big would that be to have that at home? 3 of the 5. So the Cardinals 1 back of the Dodgers. They are 4 back of Washington with 5 to go.
So the Cardinals are playing for 2 things. To win the division, number 1, and then to have a better record than the Dodgers, number 2, so they can open at home and have a home field advantage.
It's huge.
It is.